Hey there! You know those three little words in English that can be a real headache? I'm talking about in, on, and at. If you've ever been confused about using these for time, you're in the right place. Because in just the next few minutes, we're going to clear this up for good.
So, does this sound familiar? You're trying to make plans with someone, right? And you just stop. You hesitate, thinking, wait a second, is it in Friday, on Friday, or at Friday? Ugh, it's a super common problem, so don't sweat it. And here's the thing, you are definitely not alone. I mean, this is one of those tricky little parts of English grammar that trips up almost everyone. Seriously, even native speakers get it wrong sometimes. So, no need to feel bad about it. Instead, let's just fix it right now.
Okay, so let's tackle this preposition problem head on. By the end of this, I promise you're going to have a super simple rule and a little memory trick that will help you get it right pretty much every single time.
All right, here's the secret, the one big idea that changes everything. I want you to think about time like a pyramid. We're going to start at the very top, where time is big in general, and then we're going to get more and more specific as we go down.
And this pyramid right here, this is our golden rule. It's so simple. At the top, the widest part, we have in. We use that for the biggest chunks of time. Think years, months, seasons. Then, as we move down and get a bit more specific, we get to on. That's for days and dates. And finally, at the very, very pointy bottom, the most specific part, we have at. That's for exact clock times. See the pattern? Big to small, general to specific, in, on, at.
Okay, so that's the rule, your golden rule. But how do you actually remember it when you're in the middle of a conversation? Well, I've got a fantastic little trick for that.
To make this whole thing super easy to remember, all you need is one simple phrase.
And here it is, at that moment, on that day, in May. Let's say it again, at that moment, on that day, in May. Now you might notice something clever here. It's our rule, but backwards. It starts with the most specific, at a moment, then gets a little broader, on a day, and ends with the most general, in a month, like May. This little sentence is your key to unlocking the whole thing.
So, let's unlock this mnemonic, shall we? We'll take it piece by piece.
Okay, first up, at that moment. Think of at as a laser pointer. It points to one single, super specific point in time. It's for the most precise moments you can think of.
So we'd say things like at 3 o'clock, at noon, at sunrise, even at the moment. See how specific those are? If someone asks, when does the movie start? You'd say it starts at 8 p.m. Perfect. AT is for precision.
All right, moving on to the next part of our phrase, on that day. So with on, we're zooming out a little bit. We're not talking about a specific second anymore. We're talking about a whole day, a full 24-hour block of time.
This is why we say things like on Sunday, on my birthday, or on March 6th. You're talking about the entire day. So you'd say, let's meet on Friday, or the big party is on New Year's Eve. Makes sense, right? It's for a specific day.
And finally, we get to the last part, in. Now we're zooming out all the way. Think of in as being for big, containers of time. You're inside a month, inside a season, or inside a year.
So you'll hear in May, in the winter, in 1990, or even in the future. These are all huge spans of time. Like, my birthday is in August. You're not saying which day, just the month. Or, that movie came out in the 90s. Again, a big container of time. All right, we're almost there. Now, you know how with every rule in English, there's always an exception or two? Well, we've got a couple here. But the good news is, they're really common and easy to remember.
So here's the main one you need to know. It's about parts of the day. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. But here's the tricky one. We say at night. I know, it's a little weird, but that's just how it is. So, in the morning, but at night. Just lock that one away.
And you know what? That's basically it. You now have the complete system. So let's put it all together. It's your turn to own this.
Okay, quick recap. Just remember two things. First, the golden rule. Think from general to specific. In is big, on is smaller, at is tiny. And second, if you ever forget, just say that little phrase to yourself. At that moment, on that day, in May. It's got everything you need.
And remember, practice makes better. It's not about being perfect from day one. Just start using this.
The more you try it out in your own sentences, the more it'll just click. It'll start to feel natural, I promise. So, I'm going to leave you with this final question. And hey, notice how I use the prepositions? So, what are you going to do on Friday at 7 p.m.? Think about it and try to answer using what you just learned. You got this. Thanks so much for joining me.